Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Cash Room to Cash Flow. This is Nick, and I will be talking to you teachers about retirement and what it is going to look like, as many of you, I am sure, are getting ready for retirement. So, me personally, I'm about 25 years away, so I still have a while. By the time I retire, I'll be about 31 years in, times that 2%, which is what they offer in Connecticut, which is where I teach. So, I'll be at 62%. So, where's that other 38% going to come from? So the nice thing about us as teachers is now we are able to pull in, if you put in money toward it, which thankfully I did because before teaching I was in sales for a long time, you are able to get your full retirement through Social Security. This is something that is new, which definitely helps. The other big thing that I am doing is I'm putting money toward a Roth IRA. So the great thing about a Roth IRA, and instead of a 403B, a Roth IRA, there is not going to be any tax deductions at all. Everything is tax-free. All the money that you're going to make, you do not need to pay taxes on. The other good thing, if you set up your own Roth IRA and you do it without having someone do it for you, is a lot of the time the expense ratio you can get for really cheap. So a lot of my expense ratios are between 0.03 and 0.06. So I am not paying a financial advisor 1 to 2%. And the reason why I did not go with a with a 403B is my school wanted me to get a 403B. Sure, I am all for saving. That way I could retire on time. And then I looked at the expense percentage. They wanted to charge me 1.5% for the people that they use on top of the amount that I also have to pay for the ETFs. So I'd be about 1.53 to about 2.0, depending on the ETFs and the people that I was using. That was way too much money out the window, because by the time I go and retire 25 years down the line, that'd be somewhere between 100 to 400,000 taken away by paying that percentage. It doesn't sound like much off the bat. You're like, oh, 1.5%, that's a great deal. It is not a good deal. So that is me personally. Once again, this is not me saying to do that, but personally, I would never pay a financial advisor if they're going to charge a set percentage, which is what they wanted to do. If they were going to charge a flat fee, then 100%, if they can show me that they could beat the stock market, such as VOO or SCHD, if they can beat that consistently, by all means, I will pay a flat rate, but I will never pay a percentage. All it does is it's taking that money off year after year, and the compound interest cannot snowball. So now let's talk about Roth IRA. The great thing about the Roth IRA is, like I said, it is tax deductible. You do not have to pay taxes on it at all. So the nice thing now is you pay taxes beforehand. So all the money that is going in, unfortunately, it will not come out of your check like a 403B will. That's the part that's not as nice. But everything that you make on it, let's say by the time you're said and done, because the Roth IRA for teachers normally won't be as big because we're not going to contribute as much unless you want to. Right now, it's $7,500 is the max contribution. Unless you're over 50, then it's $8,600. But let's say you're just contributing about $3,000 for the next 30 years. That will put you about $400,000, which is about, I would say, what you want to retire with. That way you can live comfortably, because we have our pension, and then you might have Social Security as well. So you don't need that 1.5 million nest egg that everyone talks about. So let's say you have 400,000. That will be enough for you to live off of what everything else, as long as you want to live comfortably and you hit that 60 to 70% of your full amount. And the nice thing is that 400,000, you could take it all out at once, or you could do the 4% rule. So if you're to do the 400,000 times your 0.04, I'm having a calculator here right next to me. That's going to give you 16,000, right? Simple math. So with that 16,000, that's what it's going to give you per year, and then you're still going to have money on top of that. And that will last for 25 to 30 years is what they have it at. But the way that the stock market has been returning, you're probably not even going to touch any of your principal. You're probably going to touch just a little bit of the interest and probably still get interest on top of that. So if you want to turn it to, let's say, 8%, you would just double that. You'd be having $32,000 with that $400,000 amount. So that is a great way of looking at it, and something that I've been recommending to all the teachers at the school where I'm working at is start putting into a Roth IRA. It doesn't even have to be much. I'm personally not putting in that much right now just because I can't afford it. I have 2 small kids at home, and daycare is expensive, I'm sure as you guys know. But this is giving me the flexibility that I need in order to make sure that my freedom and I can retire when I want to, and that my kids are going to be taken care of, I'm going to be taken care of. So the main thing that I want you guys to get off of this with teachers is we don't need that 1.5 million to 2.5 million nest egg. We have that pension coming. And like I said, for most states, including Connecticut, is 2% per year. You must work a minimum of 10 years. And then you could retire once you hit 60 years of age or 30 years of service. 35 years of service. So that is the great thing, is we have that built in, but we do need that little bit extra. And with that extra, like I said, I personally would never touch a 403B unless there's match at your school. I know in some cities within Connecticut there is a 403B match. There's a 403B match, 100% worth it. But if not, I would go the Roth IRA route, because that is all going to be tax free. And then hopefully a few summers, if you're close to that 40 quarters for your Social Security, which many of us may be, and at the time we're like, it's not worth it because we're not going to get that money back. Now we will. So it may be worth it to get a summer job every third year. That way you can get to your 40 quarters. That way you can collect some Social Security as well. I hope this was informative. Please let me know if you want me to talk about anything else. And I hope you guys have a great day.